My religious uncle demanded I give up my newborn son to his infertile daughter because I am an unmarried atheist. I blocked them and got a restraining order. I am 29 years old. I am not married. I do not believe in God. I work full-time as a software engineer. I make good money. I own my own home. And 6 months ago, I had a baby boy named Lucas. He was planned. I wanted to be a mother. I used a sperm donor because I did not want to wait around for the right relationship to come along. I did everything on my own terms, and I am very proud of that. My family is religious, very religious, the kind where they pray before every meal and go to church 3 times a week and believe women should be married before having children. When I told them I was pregnant, they did not congratulate me. They asked who the father was. I explained the sperm donor. My mom cried. My dad said I was making a terrible mistake. My Uncle Paul said I was spitting in the face of God. I told them this was my decision, and I did not need their blessing. For the rest of my pregnancy, they barely spoke to me. Lucas was born in September. He is healthy and perfect. I sent photos to the family group chat. Most people ignored them. My Uncle Paul did not respond at all. 2 weeks after Lucas was born, my Uncle Paul showed up at my house with his wife and his daughter Melissa. Melissa is 32 and has been married for 8 years. She and her husband have been trying to have a baby for 6 of those years. They have done IVF 4 times. It has not worked. I feel for her. Infertility is painful, but what happened next was not okay at all. They sat down in my living room and my Uncle Paul started talking. He said he had been praying about my situation. He said God had given him an answer. He said Lucas was meant to be with Melissa. He said I was an unfit mother because I was unmarried and did not believe in God. He said a child needs 2 parents and a Christian household. He said Melissa could give Lucas the life he deserved. He said I should sign over custody. I thought I was hearing things. I asked him to repeat himself. He did. He said God told him Lucas belonged with Melissa. He said I was being selfish by keeping him. He said I could not possibly raise a child alone while working full-time. He said Lucas would grow up damaged without a father figure. Melissa was nodding along with tears in her eyes. She said she knew she could love Lucas like her own. She said it would be better for everyone if I just let him go. I stood up. I told them to get out of my house. I told them Lucas was my son, and I would never give him up. My Uncle Paul pointed his finger at me. He said I was damning that child to a life without God. He said they would be back. They left. I thought that was the end of it. Over the next 3 weeks, my Uncle Paul called me 47 times. He sent emails with Bible verses about motherhood and sin. He sent articles about children raised by single mothers ending up in prison. Melissa sent messages saying she was still willing to take Lucas when I was ready. Then things got worse. I came home one day and found my Uncle Paul sitting in his car outside my house, just watching. I called him and asked what he was doing. He said he was making sure Lucas was safe. I told him to leave. He came back the next day, and the next. On the 4th day, I found Melissa standing on my porch trying to look through my front window. I called the police. They told her to leave. She cried and said she just wanted to see the baby. The officer told me I should consider a restraining order. I filed for one the next morning. I documented everything. The 47 calls, the emails, the visits, the sitting outside my house for hours. The judge granted a temporary restraining order immediately. The hearing for the permanent order was 2 weeks later. My Uncle Paul showed up with a lawyer. He tried to argue he was just concerned about his great nephew. He brought printed screenshots of my social media where I posted about being an atheist. He brought a letter from his pastor saying children need Christian homes. The judge was not impressed. She said being unmarried and atheist does not make someone unfit. She said showing up at my house repeatedly after being told to leave was harassment. She granted the permanent restraining order. My Uncle Paul and Melissa are not allowed within 500 feet of me or Lucas. If they violate it, they will be arrested. My mom called me after the hearing. She said I humiliated the family. She said Paul was just trying to help. She said I should have handled it privately. I told her that her brother tried to take my child from me. I told her she could either support me or join him on the other side of that restraining order. She has not called since. Lucas is 6 months old now. He is happy and healthy. He smiles at me every morning when I pick him up from his crib. I am raising him exactly the way I want to. No one is taking him from me. Some people think family means tolerating anything. I think family means protecting your child from anyone who tries to hurt them, even if that person shares your blood.